welcome to Taipei, and welcome to the 2014 IEEE Frequency Control Symposium. And my name is Wang Tai Shu, General Chair of this conference. And I believe this is the first IEEE Frequency Control Symposium held in Asia in its 68 years of history. Also, it wouldn't be possible without the organizing committee shown on this slide. And these volunteers worked very hard to put a very nice program together. And let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. Also, I would like to say special thanks to our advisors that include our former chairs, Mike and Clark, who constantly give me advices in terms of arranging the conference. And also UFFC President Jackie and Jen Yu give me a lot of help on AdCom level. Also Dr. John Vick, Professor Wei Lun Fang, who share a lot of experience with me on IEEE Sensors 2012 experience. To Greg Weaver, who is our Technical Program Chair from Johns Hopkins University.
What an amazing event to be standing here after 18 months or so of thinking about the technical content. This presentation will take a little tour of what we've put together and perhaps reiterate some of the things that Wang Tai has already said. The first thing I'd like to do, and I'm not sure how many of you are here, but I'd like right now to applaud our vice chairs. Those who are not familiar with our conference, we have 6 technical areas that we work from, and these vice chairs are not only experts in their field, but they have used a lot of their networking and professional skill to put this program together. So I think we should applaud these individuals. With that, I'll now introduce Zhang Lu, who is the UFFC president.
Thank you, Greg. I'm Jimmy Lu, the president of IEEE UFFC Society. Welcome to the 2014 IFCS conference. IEEE is the largest technical societies in the world. It contains of more than 40 societies and councils with a membership of more than 400,000 people. The IEEE UFFC Society is one of the 40 societies, and it has more than 2,000 members. The UFFC Society has 3 annual conferences. One is the International Ultrasonic Symposium. Second is the International Symposium on Applications of Ferroelectrics, which is called ISAF. Another one is this conference, International Frequency Control Symposium. For more information, you can go to our website, and which is listed on the bottom here. UFFC Society has a distinguished lecture program. This year we have 2 distinguished lecturers. One is Dr. Takaki Tsukumi. His area is ferroelectrics. Another one is Dr. Roman Mai, and his area is ultrasonics. And their travel is supported by the UFFC Society. And if you have interest to invite them to your areas, you can contact with them directly. IEEE UFFC Society is a volunteer running organization. It seeks volunteers all the time. And if you are willing to help, And you can go to our website, which is listed here. You can find many committee chairs and leadership of our society there, and contact them and volunteer for help our society. Or you can contact me, which my address is here, and email. I would like to thank our conference organizers and the volunteers to help to put the conference today together. Especially, I would like to thank Dr. Wan-Tai Shu, and he's sitting there, and Dr. Greg Eber, and our technical program committee chair, and also our local organization chair, Shen Li. We would not have our conference today without these volunteers and their hard work. Finally, I wish you all enjoy the conference and have a very successful conference. Thank you. So now I will give the podium to Dr. Greg Weaver, who is the awards chair of the Frequency Standing Committee.
Thank you. Okay, so it's me again. We're going to start with the Ravi Award. The Ravi Award is, as you can read here, it recognizes contributions to the atomic frequency standards and also the time dissemination community. So we would consider this to be sort of the Group 365 award for you that are trying to orient yourself to the groups. But the Ravi Award, of course, stands on its own, and there again, I encourage you to look at the list of prior winners to get some notion of how significant this award is. So our award winner this year is Dr. Howard Teller, and his laudation will be done by Dr. Wilhelm Kanders, who will step forward now to present Dr. Teller's award.
Yeah, thank you very much. I have the honor, the privilege to introduce Dr. Harold Teller to you. It's actually an obligation for me to introduce him as somebody who has been contributing to a very big extent to that linkage between the microwave and the optical frequency domain in the past.
Yeah, I would like to thank the organizers. It's really a great honor to receive this year's Ravi Award and to read my name in a line with such famous names like Ted Hensch, Dave Wind, and Norman Ramsey, and many others Nobel Prize winners. It's really a great honor for me. Thank you very much.
Now we'll move to the W.G. Cady Award. For those who are perhaps unfamiliar with Cady, I'd ask you to Google him right now. I think you'd be amazed at the time frame of when Cady did the majority of his work and then the contributions that he did. It's quite astounding. And the cliche is standing on the shoulders of giants. So our W.J. Cady Award winner is Dr. Michael Tovar, and his laudation will be done by Dr. John Biddy.
Greg, it is my great pleasure and honor to present the Cady Award to Mike Tovar, and you probably have a chance to do that during the break. So, Mike, thank you. Thanks to the organizers for all of this. And I must say, my first frequency control symposium was about 23 years ago in 1991, and I attended my first
Symposium as a PhD student, and I remember turning up at the first symposium with the likes of John and others in the audience, being in awe of all these famous guys in the field, and so after 23 years I'm still coming. So.
So we'll conclude our award ceremony with our third award, which is the C.B. Sawyer Award. I think this is a unique award for the, of course, within the Frequency Control Society, but I think maybe across the IEEE societies themselves. As you can read here, the Sawyer Award is to celebrate the entrepreneurs of our community. And of course, our plenary speaker, who I'll introduce in a few minutes, is a great example of the initiative that some of these amazing technical minds who take their ideas and then become intrepid to go into business. Unfortunately, this year, our award winner, Dr. Rodi, who was exceedingly excited to receive this award, since it's also his birthday, was unable to come because of a last-minute illness. Introduce Mike Driscoll, who will tell us a little bit about Dr. Rodi.
Thank you, Greg. It's both an honor and a privilege to give the laudation for the Sawyer Award. I have a few remarks to make about Dr. Rodi.
Dear committee, ladies and gentlemen, quite a surprise, and what a birthday gift by the time this shows up was going to be tomorrow. Frequency control issue has been an interest for me all my life as a radio amateur. Frequency stability law is not my key issues when I ran the electronic counter espionage department of RCA. After I came from Germany, phase noise was everything and good stability. So I put a lot of time and effort into this. And thanks to the team at Synergy Microwave, I think we have set a pretty good standard. So again, thank you so much for this nice birthday present and recognition. I hope it deserves it. Thank you.
Of our plenary speaker. I know that Rich has already expressed to me how honored he is to give this talk. There again, if you look at the legacy of plenary speakers we've had at this conference, it's quite an honor to be able to address you all in a plenary way and in the manufacturer's forum. So with that, I'm going to introduce Rich Ruby for our plenary speaker.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Wantai, for this invitation. This is really an honor for me. I started many years ago a superconductivity effort in HP Labs, working for the late, great Glenn Cutler. And it was discussed, and of all the conferences that were the best, this was mentioned, that was mentioned, but I remember that they said above all was frequency control. I was always impressed with that. It is a very impressive group. It's a small group, but how many claim Nobel Prize winners in their past? Folks like John Figg, Mike Driscoll, just amazing. So it is an honor for me to be up here, and I'm really happy to be here.